come to find out, Dustin didn't even come at Conor at all. Like Conor sent bro a voice message.
Dustin, P-head, I'm coming for you, P-head. Silly hillbilly.
Oh, Mazdov, he came in because I think he knocked out Kobe, and he was like, "Bruh, why don't you go fight somebody that ain't knocked you out already?" I was like, oh, "Okay, this is gonna be very chippy." So, I talked with Sterling, and he was basically like, "Conor's gonna come out one way, and he's gonna come out in like a karate kind of style, try to get it with kicks. Dustin is gonna be smarter than that, and eventually." It's gonna be Dustin by decision. Dustin won't knock him out, but it'll be Dustin by decision.
I mean, you never know though, because with these right here, you never know how it might catch you. You know what I'm saying? So, but like you said though, I don't think like Dustin don't really want this smoke. Like he didn't really go out hunting it, so I don't think he about to come out in the fight and act all crazy and you know what I'm saying, like trying to not do his style. Like he didn't really. He was chilling, probably. He probably was like, "Oh, wait, hold on, I ain't saying nothing, bro. Like, what's?" But I ain't gonna back down. You know
so, do y'all think that this fight is like if Conor loses one more time to him? Do y'all think that'll be like a tank in his legacy?
For sure.
Yeah,
he
absolutely.
He lost the past 2.
I think this past 2.
Last two. But this would be his. He would. If he loses to Dustin, it would be 3 in a row he's lost. Yes, bro. And like it's big fights. Like it's not like he's on the undercard. You know what I'm saying? Like you're Conor McGregor. Right. You're gonna be at the top of all the matches. Like you're gonna be the fight at 10:30 at night, like the last one. So I don't know, bro. Like it might.
Yeah. He lose. That's a big chop at his legacy. He put himself at the top. He did everything for himself, and now he's getting beat at. You should have just stayed retired. You was chilling in wherever you was at, Barbados, with the little tight swim trunks on. You should have stayed over there. No reason for you to come back and then get beat twice in a row. If this third time, I might send you back personally.
But it's crazy because both times he lost, like before the fight, he's been off at the mouth. So it's like both times I'll be like, you know what, bro? He talking a lot. He gonna come through and get the job done because he's talking. And then before he retired, when he used to trash talk, he would go and dominate. So I was like, okay, like he just retired. He gonna come back. That's still McGregor. He still talk trash, like
right.
But it's like when he stepped into that ring, it was like he became the nice guy. Like he act like when he got into the ring, he retired and people was calling him out. Like once he retired, like, bro, no, you was saying these words. And they making you eat them, like every last one of them. That's what I think Dustin gonna do. Like,
but see, Dustin is such a chill fighter that he doesn't have to do that. So it's like, honestly, I personally think because Conor is trying to tap into like that younger self, he'll come out doing all the trash talk to dominate. But I don't think Dustin is that same cat. I think Dustin is gonna come in as always. And like I said, I personally don't. He may knock him out. I don't know. I personally don't think he will. But I think it'll come down to decision because Dustin is going to look better in the fight in terms of how many hits he can connect with. But we'll see. That fight is Saturday at 10:30, I believe.
You know what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? McGregor got the last fight. McGregor on the last fight, and he losing. Come on, McGregor. You can't lose 3 in a row. Hey, what J. Cole said? One time, it's on me. It's on me. The second time, I'm going to take that one as well. But that third time?
Yeah.
Third time, you got to go, bro. Like, you done lost 3 in a row.
Got load this chopper. Get the
Oh, my God.
You got to slide, bro. You got to slide. Like, you have to slide. Like, that's like, I was about to use somebody, like an analogy. I couldn't think of one. I was going to say, like, LeBron lose 3 finals in a row. But, like, he did it, but like it's how he got there that made it so great. So I can't say him. But
were you about to say eulogy?
I was. You see how I caught myself though? I caught myself. You know what I'm saying? That's that communication agent.
So we got David Carlisle, Spencer Brown. We got Eulogy. Cool, man.
Nah, hold on. Eulogy is the actual word. Y'all made up somebody. I didn't make up a eulogy. That's a word. Y'all made up names for people. Like y'all call
Carlisle might got a brother.
All right, y'all. We bringing in episode 4 of Out of Time Productions. I'm your co-host, Chris, is followed by Tariq and Marcus. As always, this podcast is brought to you by Sportscasters Network. So we can go ahead and kick it in. We just got finished talking about Dustin versus McGregor, which is taking place this Saturday. We believe it's 10:30. We could be wrong. Y'all got phones. Go check it out. So first topic, Game 1 recap of the NBA Finals, Suns versus Bucks. How y'all boys feeling?
I got the Suns in 6, baby.
I agree. I agree.
I was about to say, from what I seen, Devin Booker 12 points in the first quarter.
Now, Marcus, what he ended with? Do you know what he ended with?
22, yeah, or like 27, something like that. It's in between that range.
Okay.
But granted, Chris Paul had an amazing third quarter, so you didn't really need Devin Booker in that second half. So I can understand why he went 12 in the first quarter and then 22, only 10 points in the second half. Chris Paul had like 16 in the third quarter himself. So,
yeah.
I think Chris Paul finished with over 30.
30s.
He did? Shut your mouth.
33.
He finished with over 30.
I've been in and out the game. I've been in and out because I was like, okay, I'm going to watch the first quarter and I'm going to watch the third quarter. So that's why I was like, okay, yeah, Chris Paul did go off third quarter. That fourth quarter, I was like, yeah, this game in the bag, bro, honestly.
That's all it was, bro. And the Suns are like, they're good to understand, like, when we got a lead, like, they understand how to keep it sometimes. Like,
yeah.
And last night was a perfect example. Like, they wasn't really, in the fourth quarter, they wasn't, like, still dominating on the offensive side, but they wasn't doing dumb stuff to cost them on the defensive end. So, like, that's why I said the Suns in 6, bro. Like, they got it, bro. I don't know.
So, Devin Booker ended with 27. Chris Paul ended with 32. Giannis, let me see. Giannis ended with
like
22.
20.
Yeah.
Chris Middleton, per usual, stepped up, gave him a 30-piece, and Drew Holiday gave him 10.
Mm-hmm.
Brook Lopez gave him 17. I agree with Marcus. I say Suns is set. Oh, it's not 7. I say Suns is 6 because when you look at matchup to matchup, personally, I think the Bucks have a better. I think they're better matchup wise. Other than Giannis, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, I was about to say, take Giannis out the picture, bro. They're really even. Like,
but you can't. But that's hard to say to take Giannis out the picture because now he's playing.
Yeah,
so it's like I can't really sit there. I mean, if he was hurt, then yeah, I could say that. But now he coming behind people with chase down blocks. Man, ain't nothing wrong with you. Get your tail out there and play. Talk about some hurt knee. Man, that made me mad when I saw that. I was like, so were you really hurt? Or I'm sorry, were you injured or were you hurt?
Did you see the post game though? Did you see the post game conference for Giannis?
Talk to me. What he did?
He didn't do nothing. They kept trying to ask him about the knee, and he's like, "Bro, like, I'm good, bro. Like, I can run, I can jump. Like, I played. I was out there on the court. I didn't." And one reporter was like, "Well, how about when Jay Crowder snatched back and shot the 3?" He was like, "Bro, like." He looked at him like, bro, it's basketball. Everybody, like, somebody's going to get crossed, snatched, shook. Like, it is what it is. And he was like, and the reporter like, no, about your knee. Giannis like, no. I know what you're talking about. I'm good. Like, Giannis was trying to actually answer questions of how they lost, but they just kept, how's your knee? Well, your knee looked kind of bad. Well, when you went down, you grabbed your knee. He's like, bro, like, I'm good. Like, can we talk about something else? The
That's
whole
what bothers me about reporters too, bro. Like they be asking some dumb questions just because. I mean, I feel like they have to, but
I mean, you have to. But at the end of the day, like he said, he started and he finished the game. That man played a whole 48 minutes. Obviously, his knee was not the issue. Like, excuse me, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, he played. He had 22 points. Had that block. 20 points. Had that block, like you said. Like, if I would have seen that block. As a reporter, I'm not talking nothing about no knee. This man trailed everybody, came from nowhere, like a gazelle, and give me that boy. Stop playing with me.
What was that?
He ran like a gazelle, Tariq. He came from nowhere.
The noise before that.
I was talking about the noise. Who was that? Loretta Lion Hood?
Oh my God! What was that?
When Giannis was running, to me, it looked like he seen it already happening. Like he was just like, okay, he about to, yep. Mm-hmm.
So this is the part that, as I like LeBron and I love LeBron as an athlete, as a player. But this is the part that bothers me about the NBA, bro. They try to compare that block to what LeBron did in what was that, Game 6?
I want to say something about that because I feel like most people are only comparing the way it looks. I don't think they're comparing like the way that blocks look. They're almost identical. LeBron came from the left side. Giannis came from the left side. Lay came off the right side. Chased him down, headed off the glass on the right side. I don't think people are comparing the significance or the impact that it had. I think they're comparing exactly what they see, exactly what it looked like. Now, when you say if you're looking at it and they were identical. They were exactly identical. But the impact or importance of the block is different, entirely different. Two different spectrums. People will forget that Giannis block by next game. But people going to remember that LeBron block because it was game 1 versus game 7. But when people say, oh, this reminds me of the LeBron James, because I was watching the game when it happened. And Van Gundy said it first. In my head, I'm like, oh, that does remind me of the LeBron James block. But he also said it doesn't compare in terms of importance. So I get what they're saying.
I think for me personally, yes, it looks identical. I think from a social media perspective, I personally just think like people take it overboard. And like y'all doing too much. And I'm like, bruh, just say the block look like bronze and keep it pushing. Y'all saying, I don't know what tweet I saw. Somebody was like, is this block better because the speed of which he got to the ball quicker than LeBron? What? Bro, I almost deleted Twitter. Oh God, I almost deleted Twitter.
How do you analyze a question like that? Like, what is that? What? So you out there with a timer? He watching TV with a timer. Bron said he got down 4.4. Yeah, like, bro, you watching TV with a stopwatch. Oh, okay. See, Giannis got there a little bit faster than Bron. How you know, man? It's a TV. The man's 7 foot.
Crazy.
But nah, Tariq, you got an excellent point. Like, that block LeBron did saved him to win the championship. Like,
right.
Once he blocked it and they got the rebound. Once he blocked it, they got the rebound. He throwing the ball up, crying. If he didn't block that, you know what I'm saying? It's over with. Yeah. But Giannis, I mean, he blocked it. What was that? The third quarter?
Yeah. No, it was. Was it
first?
Like the
second or
first?
It was
first. I know it was first half. I think it was first and second quarter.
Yeah, I mean, it's
right.
It's a nice block. Like, it's great, you know, that he's doing it. But like, LeBron blocked it within the last like 30 seconds of the game. Like, that was the nail. Like, that one more hit
saved the season.
Yeah,
he saved the season.
That would have been
definitely. So with that, Marcus, you said Suns in 6. I had Suns in 6. We didn't hear from Tariq though.
We didn't. You're right, Chris. You're right.
I want the Bucks to answer a little poll, and I know what you're gonna say. Go ahead.
I want Bucks to win. I got Bucks in 7. All they gotta do is change up their defenses. If they change up their defensive scheme, they can win this.
Hold on. Let me put my hoodie on.
I'm gonna tell you exactly what they're running. They are running a drop on Chris Paul and Devin Booker. They deserved that loss last night. I was watching the game. They coming off the pick and roll. They going under the pick. They going under the screen, and they dropping back. Devin Booker and Chris Paul. Well, Devin Booker's third. Chris Paul is fourth in mid-range points. Mm-hmm. You're not gonna win with them dropping up under the screen because the stats will tell you they're dangerous, most dangerous from the mid-range point.
Right.
Top 4 dangerous men in the playoffs for mid-range.
So you
have to go.
Go ahead.
You have to. I feel like you have to go over the screen and make them make them make a decision. Listen to me now.
I am.
You're gonna have to work. That guard gonna have to work.
You gonna have to work.
And you gonna have to. You have one of the best defensive guards in the league in Drew Holiday. You have a great defensive. You got a great defensive somebody that can guard another guard with Chris Middleton. You got PJ Tucker who can guard. You got Brook Lopez in the paint. DeAndre Ayton, he's not gonna pull no three. You got Giannis, 2 DPOY of the year by guarding the
one
paint.
of them is questionable in my opinion, but go ahead.
No cap.
One of them questionable, but go ahead.
But the stats say 2. So
Chris,
you know what I'm saying? I got to go with that.
Yeah.
So I feel like you have to make CP or Devin Booker make that decision of whether he's going to throw it over Giannis and Brook Lopez, or is you gonna float it or pass it, one or the other. I feel like you got to make that decision. Realistically, it's not gonna happen because you got Bud Budenholzer. He's not a defensive coach. He's never been a defensive coach. I don't see that happening. But to me, I feel like that has to happen.
Why did you say that like that? Well, realistically,
because I got serious. I had to show my defensive mindset. But then when I got to look at it realistically, I don't see it happening.
Okay, so you rather have Chris Paul being chased with Drew Holiday on his hip, playing the decision game with Chris Paul? That it's smarter to go under. Well, not Devin Booker, because I mean, with Chris Paul, you're not going over that screen with him on your hip. Because when you go across the screen, CP3 is waiting for you. We seen him do it against who's that? Utah? No, who they just played? I'm tripping. LA.
Clippers. Oh yeah,
Clippers. When he Pat Bev came over the top of that screen, he got Pat Bev on that hip. Reggie Jackson, Paul George, they all on his hip. Either he gonna draw the foul. You got Jay Crowder, Bridges, D-Book, and Ayton, all shooters. All can drive and pass to another shooter and drive to another shooter, drive to another shooter, drive to the cup, dish to
DeAndre Ayton, a shooter?
No.
Crowder, I'm just clarifying for the viewers who probably thinking like, okay, DeAndre Ayton, a shooter? Like, when did that happen?
No.
Okay.
It's not, definitely not. He's the one setting the screens, moving around, making sure nobody getting double teamed, getting back to him. But I wouldn't go over screens with Chris Paul just because of his knowledge and his awareness of like the ball and his teammates and the defenders. Like once he start doing that little spin, that fake spin, get it back. Oh, it's over with. It's done for. It's over when he or he go behind his leg. Like it's just too many shooters on their team for you to try to go over and make him go into the mid range. Like, cause think about it, you set that screen, go over. Chris chasing me, you set my screen. All I gotta do. As soon as you open up, I'm running right behind you, and Chris gonna run into you. I got a mid-range, or I got a shooter. You know what I'm saying? The Bucks are just not gonna beat them. Like, there's no.
But say if Giannis is playing the 5 like he did last night at speed. Okay. If Giannis is playing the 5 and he steps up over that screen, where's Chris Paul gonna go?
What you mean? But Giannis not gonna do that. Giannis not gonna step up because he know he can get blown by. So why would you step up and leave the paint open? Who gonna drop and help? Corner.
But I'm saying like if he pulls up far enough to where you can't get the mid range, and if he throws it at the top of you, it's basically like shooting a floater. You can get up and get that.
See, that's what I'm saying. That's too close. Giannis, that's too close for Giannis. Because he ain't got no drop down help.
You might be right. I'd say if I'm Bud, you got to step up. If DeAndre Ayton, if he fades instead of rolls, I'm telling you, I'm taking a DeAndre Ayton mid-range jumper before I'm taking a Devin Booker or Chris Paul jumper. It's that simple.
Well, they didn't have to wait for DeAndre Ayton to shoot because they couldn't guard nobody else. So he just caught alleys and rebounded. Yeah, did his thing.
So you got Bucks in 7-3.
It can't be because after that, you do not have faith in that defense. There's no way you have them in 7.
Yeah, let me switch that. I got Suns in 7.
Okay, I
do believe the series is going to 7.
Respect.
Because some of them shot because they lost by I think how much they lose by 10, 12?
13.
Some of them shots, Drew Holiday was missing a lot of floaters.
Oh,
There was
three.
a lot of floaters that were being missed. Chris Middleton missed a good number of floaters. I feel like that game was just basically off of missed shots alone. So I feel like the games would be closer if they start hitting. All they got to do is hit their shots.
I was gonna ask you that because you said Bucks in 7 at first. So I was gonna ask you what was the problem on the offensive end, but you said it. Just missing shots.
It was missing shots. They were running real fast. They were playing up very up tempo, and they were getting shots up very early in the shot clock. Drew Holiday coming off the street floating.
That's them though. They do that. Like when
I know that, but they gotta hit them. They gotta hit them.
So I actually have a side question, and we're gonna get to the next topic. Side question, kind of sort of about this series. Chris Paul, who do you believe is the better floor general? Chris Paul or Rondo?
Ooh.
Chris Paul.
Because he's scoring. Well, I don't know, bro. I really don't know because like what Rondo we talking about?
Rondo. I mean,
yeah, Rondo. It don't change mentally.
I mean, it don't change.
Physically, it'll change, but mentally, Rondo's still like that.
Nah, physically, if you would have said Boston Rondo, then.
But see, if we being honest,
because think about
Rondo was based off of pure skill. I don't think Rondo achieved his full floor general abilities personally until he left Boston. Personally, I don't think he was. I think all of that was solely based upon just his skill, and of course, he has 3 vets on his team who could get it done too.
That man had games where he had 20 or more assists with 0 turnovers in the playoffs.
So because you have a lot of assists, that qualifies you as a great floor general?
I mean, without you getting any turnovers out of 20, that means
you did that.
Yeah, and that's why we put him as a floor general because you see the floor. Like you're not just making one extra pass. No, Rondo's making them quick dimes.
Is that? But I'm asking though, like when you think of floor general, are you thinking of the ability to pass the ball, or are you thinking of it as you're literally seeing the floor and you see everything happen before it happens? That's what I think of when I think of floor general. That's why I personally think, if we talking floor general,
I'm giving it to CP.
LeBron should be in that conversation, period. But just between these two, I got to go with CP3.
Yeah.
Because CP3 sees a lot of things before it actually happens.
Honestly, I know you asked to pick one, but I'd take both just because I know CP3 can score better than Rondo. Like he always could have. He always will. But it's just something about Rondo, like, I don't know, bro. Like, I don't know. But CP3 is the better overall floor general than Rondo for sure. Just because, like, they both can do the same, like, as in the aspect of, like, offense and seeing things. But Chris Paul also, he can score. Like, Rondo just now getting into that scoring kind of, like, Chris Paul been doing scoring since he was in New Orleans. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Since he was in Wake Forest.
Big facts. Since he did that for his grandpa. Big facts.
In high school, yeah.
Facts.
So we're going to kick it over to the next topic. We're going to keep it NBA. But this one ain't got nothing to do with basketball. So Rachel Nichols
Lord.
and Maria Taylor. What are y'all's takes on just how all of that's transpired? Actually, I'm going to go first. So I'll put it like this. I feel like what ESPN has done is, as far as what they've done towards Rachel, is what they should have done. I think the timing of it was great because think about it, all this transpired in a week.
Yeah.
If the shoe was on the other foot, though, if Maria said that about Rachel, would it have taken a week? Probably would have taken less than 2 days, honestly. But it is what it is. The comment, and I personally think that comment was, obviously it got exposed in a private conversation. That kind of goes back to the whole thing with Kevin Durant and Michael Rappaport. Certain things should be left private, but that certain situation, I mean,
that should have came out. The Rachel Nichols talking about Maria Taylor.
I think so too. I just think the nature of it, if it was a private conversation, it should have been kept private. But nonetheless, that was something that should have been heard.
That's like Rachel's like in the system. Like that's something I understand. Like you say, private is always private. Don't get me wrong. Like, but in that circumstance, like for what she said,
yeah, we need to hear that.
we needed to hear that. Like that wasn't no. If it was just like something regular, like she just saying like just something else, like not that, then it would have been like, oh, like whoever did that, they dirty. But what she said was valuable information. Thank you, Rachel.
I mean, she told her herself, talking about some ESPN that was just a diversity move and da 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 da. And I'm like, girl, you wasn't fit for the job. You keep it at $150. Maria, that girl now. Don't get me wrong. Maria can do her thing. That's why she got what she got.
Right. So, she's talking about, I'm happy for her, but if they were going to do it, they should have just did it. What you think they did then, Rachel? They did it.
Yeah.
They did it. Like, you talking about they should have had, okay, you wishing, here go your wish.
Yeah.
Maybe your wish.
But did y'all see the new reporter? She did her thing last night. I give it to her.
Malika Andrews?
Yeah, she did her thing.
She's not new, though. She's not new. She been on ESPN a little bit. Yeah.
She been explaining to me because I thought she was new.
He talking about explain that. Nah, she been doing like sports centers, like she been hosting it like a couple times, or like she'll have like little reports throughout the playoffs. Like they'll be like, all right, down to Malika Andrews. Yeah, I've talked with the team doctor, like, you know what I'm saying? That person, she she did a couple times. This ain't my friend. Oh yeah. Yeah.
So Marcus, you said this off air. What you been thinking about Rachel? And and the fellow you been playing, I ain't gonna say his name. I'll let you say his name.
Jimmy Buckets. Come on, Jimmy Buckets. Listen, my boy Jimmy then said, hey, come talk to me. You feel me? She then walked through the door. You know what I'm saying? He said, huh, you know I got my own coffee company, right? She said, oh, really, right? He said, yeah, right. Gave it to her. She ain't leave the room about 3 in the morning, Tariq. What you think that is? You talk to me. Uh-huh.
Sound like somebody was moving some furniture.
Whole lot of opportunities. They had a whole lot of space in there.
I'll put like this. I don't really know.
Yeah, I don't know if it was confirmed, but that was something from like the bruh had a check on Twitter, so you know what I'm saying? He had to have some source and he put it in quotation marks. So you know what I'm saying? I looked into it. I said, oh, it's a little juicy right here. I like this.
All I'm saying is what ESPN did, they did the right thing. I still don't like ESPN, but hey, it is what it is. I like the fact that they, you know, made that move, made it the motion. I personally, for the longest, I thought they should have fired her. But at the same time, I'm like, I mean, sure, I guess.
Yeah. And the way they made it seem like everybody was so cool with Rachel Nichols. Like she was like the not the sweetest lady, but like,
yeah, I'm about to say she ain't no Doris Burke.
Nah, she ain't Doris Burke. No, never.
Oh, no.
Nobody
would say Doris Burke. Doris Burke's got a special place in everybody's heart.
Doris Burke got handled. Stop playing with her in the dress. Yeah,
I remember that video.
But no, I was just saying. Like, I thought Rachel Nichols was like, I never would have thought like she would have said what she said about. You know what I'm saying? Like I was just like, whoa. Like,
listen.
That's a lot of
I don't put nothing past nobody at the end of the day, because my thing is the same way she said that in private, it has you thinking like, what else have you said about some of these other reporters and athletes? Oh, his hair ain't happy. Well, girl, he ain't had a haircut since the bubble. What you think? What you expect?
He wasn't on lockdown, Rachel. Like that's what you being who you is. Like. You would have known that if you was one of us. You would have known. He can't get no right now.
She ain't saying nothing about no nappy hair. She went in that room with Jimmy Butler.
Bingo.
Yeah.
Hey,
yeah.
You got a point.
Yeah.
You got a point. So we're going to flip it over to the next final topic. Sha'Carri Richardson and the whole little marijuana situation.
They mad she's passing everybody out there. That's all it is.
And they mad now
they hating.
So her suspension was 30 days up until the race. So she had a possibility of still racing. But I think
in another event.
US, it was the 100 and the 4x1. But the US, as of yesterday, released the roster saying that they're not picking her. So she's not even on the roster. So she won't be running anymore. How y'all feel about all this?
They hating on her. I understand what they're doing, but they hating. And wow. Let the girl raise. Look, Mary Jane ain't never hurt nobody. it's not like it's enhancing her. There was a I forgot who it was. It was a lady a week before she came out and said that she got tested for marijuana. It was a lady taking steroids and they ain't say nothing about that.
Yeah.
Oh, you like a two side by side picture.
Yeah. But she got, I think for her, if I remember correctly, she got was it a week suspension? Something like that, but she could still compete in her event. I think. I don't know.
You're telling me she used steroid, which is in a performance enhancer, and she only got a week. And my girl smoked a little weed, and she get a whole month. At first, they said automatically no. Then, let's think about it, guys. We can give her a month, and maybe she'll be able to run both of her little meets. Nah, she gonna make everybody they look bad. She got weed. She gonna make everybody look bad. How we look? They dirty, bro.
This is how I feel about it. Understanding that nonetheless, whether it's the rules or not, she's still broken. I get it.
Sure.
Granted, people saying, well, it's legal in Oregon, but the U.S. Olympics are not based in Oregon. It's the Olympics. So that's what
it's not even legal in all 50 states in America.
Exactly. So go ahead and just take that comment out your head. Now, the problem that I feel like people, because if you look on social media, it's actually split. It's actually, you got some black people who are saying, or some people, I ain't gonna say race, but some people who are saying, well, she should have followed the rules and blase, blase. You got some people who like, it's Mary Jane. What she tripping for? For folk that don't know, Mary Jane is AKA weed. So you have two sides to it. I'm in the middle. I feel like, yes, she broke the rules. I understand that, she, whatever. However, when I look at some of her peers who do the same thing, so Tariq, to your point, the young lady who took steroids, everybody forgot about Michael Phelps when he did the same exact thing.
Oh,
and he could still race.
And he went in goals, and he out here.
Everybody forgot about that, though. But that's the problem that everybody got to understand. It's not the fact that she got suspended. It's the fact that she got suspended and now she can't race at all.
And that's one thing we all, like how you said it's split, Chris. We all got that understanding. We know she broke the rule.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we know that. But on the other side, bro, it's not like she committed a robbery. It's not like she got a DUI.
Enhanced herself.
Drunk, like steroids, or she smoked weed and probably went to sleep after that. Like, I don't get how that changes her. Like, I mean, it's the rules. Like, I guess that's. I don't know.
Tough. No, it's tough for real, because you got to look at it this way. As a black athlete, as a black person, period, you really have to make sure your shoes are squeaky clean at the end of the day. So that's kind of one of the things that as I'm reading and I'm researching, I'm like, okay, did she know she was finna get tested? Did she know she was going to get reported? Did she know X, Y, and Z? Because I'm like, if you knew these things, why you still did it? That's kind of one of the things, like, if you at a job and you know for a fact that y'all do, or your company does frequent drug testing, you know if you do that stuff, that for a certain amount of weeks, you don't need to be doing that. So that's kind of one of the, I don't know, that's kind of one of the other perspectives that I started thinking about, because everybody's like, well, it's weed, it's weed, it's weed. I'm like, but you got some companies out here who will drop a drug test on you. Won't even say nothing. They'll just say, hey, come on to the back. We need you for a quick second. Like
the NBA?
Nah, but now they don't even test for it no more. That's crazy.
But it depends. It depends. Or the NBA, or you just saying?
Well, they do. The NBA take steroid. They do steroid tests.
I mean, so you do a steroid test, but no weed. But once somebody get caught with a little bit of weed in them, it's a whole. I think it's different between the NBA and the Olympics, because the NBA, that is a U.S. for sure. It's a U.S. ordeal. Yeah.
The Olympics is like, we don't know. I really don't know who runs the Olympics. I don't know. I don't know if that's somebody out of Europe. I don't know if that's. I don't know who runs the Olympics.
It's probably somebody right here in Oklahoma. He the president. He might live in
out of all the places you said Oklahoma.
He could have said New York. He could have said LA, Miami.
That's obvious though. I mean, you know what I'm saying? That's your first guess. Boom. but it's people that's behind the scenes that be living in like Idaho, Montana, like Nebraska, Wisconsin. Like, bro, who are you? Like, where do you come from? Yeah, I'm
It'd be like the president. Bro. Like,
what? Or be the CEO. You from Montana? Ain't no way.
Hey, that's where all the land that. But yeah, that's why I really think it's a very sticky situation in terms of everybody right now because, and I think that's what everybody got to understand. Had she got suspended but could still race, I would have been actually okay with that. Me personally. Now, the timing of her, after I started reading the timing of her suspension in regards to her peers, I'm like, okay, why she get a week and a half, but you gave this girl 30 days? That don't make sense. If she's on steroids, but she on that very chair. So it's like, what you got?
Yeah.
So what you like? Why you so pressed about her? So the girl got 30 days, and Sha'Carri got 30 days.
It's all cool.
Cool. And she can still race? All right, cool.
Right.
But now you're telling me she got 30 days. Now she can't race, but you can let the other little, whatever her name, I don't know her name was.
Karen. We're going to call it Karen.
You let that Karen race.
On steroids
whatever
now.
She do.
On steroids and got tested positive. Okay. Like, it's not like somebody caught her taking them, like, or they in the bag. No, ma'am. They came up on paperwork.
Yeah. You took that P cup or whatever it is, whatever they do, and you messed around and got. So all in all, I think personally that is something that going forward, everybody is starting to see what's up with the Olympics, but everybody got to understand we're so accustomed to, I hate to say it, we're so accustomed to everybody trying to, how can I say it? I'm trying to figure out how to say this. Being as socially or as diverse, I don't know how I want to say this, or diverse aware as possible. I guess that's how I want to say it, because they want to make sure that they encompass everybody, race, gender, whatever it is. But you got to understand, not everybody has that same agenda. The NBA, me personally, is one of the best leagues to do that.
Easily.
Now, granted, the NBA, they ain't perfect. They got some stuff they need to work on too. But as far as
black coaches, though, but
right, as far as pushing the agenda to be more diverse and being more accepting of certain situations, the NBA is the one you need to look at. The Olympics, I don't know. I feel like because it's mostly done by, well, other than racing, everything is predominantly white folk.
Basketball, swimming.
Okay, yeah.
Gymnastics.
Well, we said are you saying these are predominantly?
You say ran by. I'm not saying that participate are mostly white. Because obviously our basketball team is, you know how we get down.
Oh yeah, for sure.
We got boys in there. We ain't coming.
But that's one country. You look at
everybody
Slovenia,
else,
Russia.
But I mean, you might find when Brian, Kobe, D-Wade, Katie, when they was playing, you know, we always watching. Some foreign countries had like a couple brothers on the team. Sergi Ibaka played for Spain.
Oh yeah.
Patty Mills played for Australia. Like a couple guys on London. Nick Batum, like
he's French.
Yeah. On the London team. Well, France team. Yeah, the French team. I hate Chris, bro.
He said London. I'm like, food is British. That's not.
I hate Chris, bro. But it's not a lot of black foreign guys. Like, we can't just go grab African, like, black dudes out the league and be like, all right, you about to go play for Spain. Like, you about to go play for Australia. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I mean, that's why that's why we can't really judge them like with no other kind of sporting, because it's like, it's the Olympics bringing in countries, teams. You know what I'm saying? Right. So it's like,
I'm following, yeah.
For Japan, like, I mean, if ain't no brothers over there, you just ain't no brothers. Like, we can't go throw us three over there and y'all with Japan team. What? No. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, it's all based off where you from, or where you from and where you identify. So if you had an Asian, or you had a brother who was born in Japan or born in Tokyo who moved to the States he would more than likely go play for Japan, or he has that option to.
Well, it all depends how good they is. You know, some brothers.
That's why I say he has an option.
Some brothers gonna be like, wait, who playing with me? Yin Gang Whoop? Nah, I'm cool.
No.
I'm gonna just work out. I'm gonna just work out overseas. I'm gonna just stay here and work out in the summer. I'm gonna wait for the season to come back around. I ain't even going home.
High sharks. No, that's China. Never mind.
That's where Kuzma going.
Hey.
Hey, you
heard what Shannon Sharp said?
I was just about to say that, Tariq. I was just about to say that, bro. He talking about we'll trade him for J. Cole.
Oh, I remember that. Hey, that was
Y'all
funny.
boy said he'll trade Kyle Kuzma for J. Cole. The
I
man
will
has
too.
2 points in the African League.
I trade him for J. Cole too. He can get his sponsorships. He can get the guys on the team that don't have a deal. They can sign to Puma. And you know what's crazy? Kyle Kuzma signed to Puma.
He was.
So Kyle Kuzma is signed to Puma. So him and J. Cole know each other. That's crazy. We would trade him for J. Cole.
Y'all do that.
Why not?
It's not gonna add nothing.
Y'all do know that man dropped 3 points in the African League, right?
And what we losing by trading Kyle Kuzma?
A roster spot.
Height.
Length. That's what you say. Length.
Length.
We can go pick Bobo if we want height and length.
Actually, I read a report that y'all were actually supposed to go grab Bobo. No, it wasn't Bobo. No, it was Mobamba. Y'all supposed to have to go grab him from Orlando.
That's length. He can guard that paint.
Oh, you talking about Bam?
No, Mobamba.
Mobamba.
Oh, my bad. I don't want that.
The center for the Magic.
Well,
came from Texas.
Center.
Backup center.
No, who's starting now for because Vucevic gone now. He in Chi-Town. Yeah.
No, I think what you call it start now.
Wendell Carter.
Vucevic got traded. Carter. Yeah. Wendell
Carter. He played the 4 though. He played the 4 and then Bam the 5. Not Bam. Why I keep saying Bam? Yeah.
I don't know why you keep saying Bam.
Damn. Y'all would love to have Bam though if you could.
That would be amazing. That would be nice.
So we're going to go ahead and end it right here. Appreciate everybody for tuning in to Out of Town episode 4, season 2. As always, this podcast is brought to y'all by Sportscasters Network. See you next week. We love y'all. Appreciate you.